On the flip side though, braids and relaxed hair do not mix. If like the things she did back then, we probably wouldn't do. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Ebony and I'm Erica. Alright, so we've been relaxed for about 20 years, so we know a thing or 20 about having relaxers. Pretty much what we learned, what we won't do again, what we stopped doing, and pretty much what we wish we knew. Eye-opening stuff that people probably glazed over while having relaxed hair. When we get to the end, number 20, and everything that we said you had in your head and something wasn't there, feel free to add number 21, number 22 in the comment section below, because we're going to keep this thing going, but we want to kind of do it with you guys. So yeah, basically it's just pretty much stuff that we just want to show you guys from our own experience. And a lot of these 20 things, like Erica said, people have glazed over, but it'll probably have you, maybe switching up your hair routine for the better. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Number one, having a relaxer does not magically grow your hair. I know when we were younger, we used to think that. Yeah, we used to think, oh, if we get a relaxer, our hair's gonna get longer. But I think, the relaxer just relaxed the pattern, like our natural hair pattern, just made our hair appear longer. Yeah. Some people do have this misconception that if their hair is natural and they go to a relaxer, it'll grow a lot longer, but no. Yeah, growth comes from your scalp, y'all. And by the way, having new growth does not equate to having long hair. One of the perks of having relaxed hair is that we get that visible sign that our hair is growing, and that's the unrelaxed hair coming in called new growth. While new growth is a sign that your hair is growing, it doesn't mean that you're gonna have long hair. Because length retention is a big part of having long relaxed hair. We talk about that a lot in our videos. We give tips as well. Yeah, a lot of people forget that your old ends are just as important as the new growth coming in. So please, y'all, get a good length retention routine. If you have one already set, feel free to comment in this comment section below, because it can help somebody else out. And sometimes we need it too. So if you guys have a solid, and I mean solid length retention routine, please comment section down below. Also, steam, heat, and rose water are going to be your best friends when it comes to maintaining new growth. Yeah. I know we love rose water. Ebony loves rose water. Really? I love rose water. Heat is great at softening new growth. We have like a whole entire video, a couple videos on that I'll leave down below and even up here. So yeah, make sure you go watch that. We talk about it all the time. If you're new to our channel, then yeah, that's what we use. I love rose water. It's great at detangling new growth, especially when you're deep into your stretch. Yes. So yeah, get on that. Also, the 6 to 8 week rule is trash. People wonder why relaxers get a bad name or why your hair is falling out. Honestly, we don't follow the 6 to 8 week rule. And that's like the rule, the time frame between that's such an old rule that's so outdated. Yeah, very outdated. From one relaxer to the other, 6 to 8 weeks. No. Eric and I, we have trained our hair to stretch. A lot of people, they just freak out at the sight of new growth, but really, seeing new growth is not a sign to go slapping another relaxer. It really isn't. Which brings me to number 5. If you stretch your relaxer, stretch the application of your relaxer further down your hair. We keep using this term stretching a lot, and if you guys are new to relaxed hair or new to our channel, stretching is pretty much a term we use for the amount of time between your first relaxer and the next relaxer. Stretching just does wonders if it's done right. So if you do stretch your hair and you go to get your relaxer, just apply the relaxer, extend the application of the relaxer, because you don't want underprocessed hair, and extend it further down. We have a video on it. A lot of people commented on that part of the video. Like, why is she going so far down your hair? And I think we have a whole video explaining that. Right, but it's like you have to do that to get rid of the line of demarcation. Yeah, get rid of that line of demarcation, and also underprocessing. Think of it this way: your new growth in the old hair and stuff, and it's like you're gonna have to extend that relaxer to blend it in better. Yes. Again, underprocessed hair is just a no, especially if you relax once a year. Yeah, and you're gonna mess up that once a year application. Number 6, I would say relaxers really aren't for everybody. As much as we talk about relaxers, I mean, we are relaxed hair girls, but as much as we do talk about them, there are times when you just shouldn't relax your hair. One of them is being pressured from other people, or you haven't done your research, and it's just something that you really don't want to do. The other times you should relax is when your hair is damaged or just going through something, like something that you have to fix with your hair. Like, just do not slap a relaxer on damaged hair. Which brings me to number 7, relaxers do not fix already damaged hair. Never ever relax already damaged hair. Just come up with a plan to fix your hair before you get a relaxer. And let me also add, going natural won't fix damaged relaxed hair either. If your hair is just in a bad state, natural or relaxed, one won't fix the other. That's just plain and simple. Some people are ready for that conversation. Right, I know. Go natural. If your hair is damaged while it's relaxed, no. Like just
go relax.
Fix it. Yeah, go relax.
Meet it where it's at. Fix it where it is.
Right. Okay, so number 8, Vaseline. Need we say more? We cannot stress this enough. It's been in a lot of our videos. You base your scalp with it before you get a relaxer.
Scalp, ears, forehead.
You do not want burns. I promise you do not want burns during the relaxer process. You can either ask before and your stylist will do it, or you can come prepared already, have it in your bag or something, or
in
do
your
it
car.
in the house.
Like, we do it in our car sometimes.
Right. Even though Lisa, our hairdresser, she does a good job. She Vaseline.
Yeah, she does. But we just come already Vaselined up, and then she just goes in and reinforces everything. So we're set.
Mizani also has a good scalp base or scalp shield if you don't want to use Vaseline.
Yeah, because we don't want all that
thick
stuff on your scalp. Yeah, it does get kind of heavy. So Mizani is a good one. We've used that one before. It's no burns whatsoever. So definitely check. You have options. These next few apply to people that go to a salon to get their relaxers, or you're currently looking for a hairdresser to do your relaxer. These will help you choose the right hairdresser and making sure you don't walk out with a relaxer horror story at the salon. So these could apply to at-home people too, but mainly I had in my head when I came up with these, people that were looking for a salon to get a relaxer already have one.
Well, that brings us to go get a consultation. We've preached this before too. Don't just pick a hairdresser because the website or Instagram says that they relax hair. Let them tell you in person what they do, have them come meet your hair. And the consultation isn't all talk. You both need to come to agreement with what they do and what you want them to do. It needs to be like a
they need to like
coming together.
Yeah, because basically, like Erica said, meet your hair, so they have to feel through your hair, see what type of hair they're dealing with. Zoom, it's kind of hard because some people do it through Zoom with times today, but honestly, I think it's best if you just go ahead and do it in person. You'll probably get better results in finding the right hairdresser for your hair, especially when it comes to a relaxer. Like, just go all out with it and ask all the questions. Be picky, ask questions. If you guys want us to come up with a list of questions to ask when you're going to consultation, we can come up with some to help you guys out. We can do a video on it. Comment below if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, because I would love to do that.
Yeah,
but you guys can comment below if you want that too. Relaxer application shouldn't be a sprint, but it also shouldn't be a crawl either. Make sure you or whoever's doing your relaxer is not in a rush, or if you're at a salon, make sure they're not preoccupied with someone else's head, especially when it comes to applying the relaxer. Like, the person needs to take their time with it and really pay attention to you. I can think of only a few hairdressers, Lisa included, who I would trust. I think she's done our head like in one sitting in her life.
Yeah, and a lot of hairstylists do that. Like, they're professional, so they can like multitask. However,
but get a feel for them. That's where the consultation comes in and stuff.
However, you don't want to be doing too many heads while you have chemicals sitting on yours.
Right. It depends on what they're doing to the other person's head, but mainly just make sure that they are just aware that you're there and they're, checking on you and just really paying attention to you. What has worked for us, especially when it comes to the relaxer application and the whole timeliness of it, with Lisa, she applies our hair and she applies the relaxer in rounds, which you guys will see. I'll have that video linked below because I have a video showing the entire process. But basically she does 3 rounds. The first round is applied a few inches off the scalp. The next round, you get a little bit closer. And then that third round is when you go ahead and apply it closer to your roots and closer to the scalp.
And that brings us to number 11. Never apply the first round of relaxer onto your scalp first. If you do that, you can end up burning your scalp because the relaxer is just sitting up there first, and while they're doing other things or doing these other rounds and stuff, it's literally just sitting there through all those rounds.
So like if you have to do the rest of your hair, it's sitting on your scalp just chilling. So then you have burns and you gotta rush through it, and then like I said, under processing happens. So basically just take your time, but in a timely manner. There is no universal time limit for relaxers because everyone's hair is different when it comes to like thickness or coarseness. Your 30 minutes with the relaxer application could be someone else's 15 minutes and they're good. So it just depends on the type of hair you have.
So still in the salon room, just make sure your relaxer is in your line of sight while you're in the salon. And I know this happens because I've heard horror stories of this, but sometimes in salons, they'll mix other things into a relaxer in the back room somewhere, mix it with God knows what, and then they'll just bring it out when it's time to apply it to your hair. Alright, so most relaxers do have a unique prep in that they do mix in an activator. However, no other foreign mixes should go in there except this one product, which we'll talk about in a second. But at the end of the day, make sure all that prep work is done in front of you. Make sure you know which relaxer is being used, preferably before the appointment. Alright, number 14, and that foreign object we're talking about that can go into relaxers
is Olaplex, but the professional version, which is 1 and 2. Those numbers are used by professionals only in a salon setting, so people like us can't really get our hands on it because it's not really sold in retail stores unless you have the hookup. But for the most part, I've never used 1 and 2 because I've never had to go to a salon to get Olaplex put into my relaxer. But that is the only one. 1 and 2 is the only one that can really be dropped into your relaxer. But what we do know is invest in Olaplex and you will not regret it. I know we sound like a broken record. If you're new to our channel, we love Olaplex. It has really saved the day, especially with my comeback from my slight setback a couple years ago, actually last year. I can actually do a whole video on Olaplex and how it helped me. Oh wait, we do. We have several videos, by the way. Several videos. But yeah, we do have several videos on Olaplex. We got a nice little cute playlist. You can check it out on like the homepage of our channel. I'll have it linked up here. I'll have it linked down below in the description box, and probably at the end of the video too, because that's a really important playlist. Because we dive deep, especially into number 0 and 3. Those are the main 2 that have really helped my hair when I use it in my wash days and stuff. And I've seen a difference because I've actually been consistent with it. So yeah, Olaplex and relaxed hair, bomb combination. So moving right along, what else have we learned? Oh yes, protective styles. Protective styles are for us relaxed girls can have protective styling. I don't know why, but I used to think that protective styles, especially like the really nitty-gritty protective styles like, you know, wigs, weave, knotless braids and everything, I thought those were just assigned mainly for people with natural hair. I never really like put the correlation between, oh, relaxed hair, if my hair's relaxed, I don't need protective styles, I'm good. I don't need to put braids in. No, I honestly, protective styles besides Olaplex, have also helped with my comeback too. It can really benefit people with relaxed hair. I mean, I have it in now. I love my braids, and I kind of want to put mine back in. On the flip side though, braids and relaxed hair do not mix if you're just going to take the braids out and relax right after. You just can't do that. Try to wait up to 2 weeks. Or if you just get a relaxer and you want to put like knotless braids in your hair, try not to do that because you do tug on your edge line. It's a lot of tugging and braiding and pulling, and you just got your relaxer, so your hair's already sensitive up there. The general rule is probably to wait probably a month after getting a relaxer to go ahead and get knotless braids, because it's good to have that new growth. New growth is a lot stronger than your relaxed hair, so the new growth that the braids can catch on, it's a lot better that way. For me, I usually just wait until I'm kind of deep in my stretch. Not super deep, but I would say about a few months after getting a relaxer, I'll just go ahead and, you know, get my braids. I feel comfortable getting braids in, but general rule of thumb, I would say a month after. Also, dirty hair makes healthy, relaxed hair. And I know this sounds crazy, but go with me on this. I'm saying that because with freshly washed hair, a lot of people like to wash their hair and then get a relaxer after that. Like if you have a relaxer appointment, I've seen people be like, oh, I washed my hair, I want to go ahead and just go ahead and get my relaxer. It's probably not a good idea because when you're washing your hair, wash day, it's a lot of scalp manipulation. Yeah. Right, it is a lot of manipulation and stuff. Then you're gonna add chemicals on top of that? Yeah, so your scalp is already going through it with the wash day, and then that next day or next couple days, you're gonna go and get a relaxer. It's just not a good idea for your scalp. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna burn, you're gonna have irritation and stuff. So definitely wait about 2 weeks or so after. With us, I probably would wait a month, you know, because we only wash our hair once a month. So our rule of thumb is a month, but maybe general rule of thumb, I would say maybe 2 weeks, but never right after your wash day do you want to get a relaxer. All right, so having a relaxer is hard work, but hardly working. Having a relaxer doesn't mean that the work you put into your hair means that you have to ease up. You still have to take care of your hair. However, the maintenance process of maintaining your hair is not as tedious as you would if you had natural hair. Yeah, that's another advantage to having relaxed hair. And a lot of people who are natural do kind of bring that up when they want to, or they're thinking about going to relaxed hair. They bring up the maintenance aspect. Really not a lot of heavy maintenance, but you still need a routine. You still need to keep track of what you're doing, products you're using. It's just a tad bit easier and just less frustrating. Our mom did the best she could with what she knew at the time. Our mom first relaxed our hair when we were, was it 13? I always get confused. Yeah, 13. And it's so cool to see how far relaxed hair has come since then. Yeah, especially the information out now. Like the things she did back then we probably wouldn't do. I would say like, you know, mainly relaxing every 3 months. As you guys know now, we only relax our hair once a year. I would say even if we did twice a year, it'd be fine too. Yeah. Another thing that she did that I probably wouldn't do anymore, we used to get our scalp greased right after the relaxer, and it made it so stiff. Yeah. But like now it's just like, it was like already straight on build up right then and there. But no, but I mean we were just greasing our scalp. That was a big part of our routine back then. But now after getting relaxer, even a wash day, I just wouldn't grease my scalp because it just makes whatever you just did, it just makes it so stiff, there's no movement. I'm just glad we somewhat advanced and not stuck in the 90s relaxed hair mode. I mean, there's some people that are still stuck in that era, that decade of how they do their relaxers. And you wonder why relaxers once again get a bad rep. So yeah, that's another video for another day. Again, video does not stop at 20. Again, y'all leave your comments below. Keep this going. We want to see, you know, all the way up to 100. Yeah, what we missed or whatever, or even if we said anything you agree with, still comment. But if you guys want to add to the list, go right on ahead. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week for another video. Bye.